Hello, TSO.trade here, and today we're gonna go over the day trading, scalping, EMA Cloud, and optimal entrance indicator. It has been evolving for a while now, and it just had a revision. It looks nicer and has additional features, and previous features improved, a bunch of bugs fixed. So I'm gonna go ahead and just open up the settings, inputs. This is the main configuration place for the indicator, and just go over everything, the three strategies, the global settings, and everything. So the first section is global generic settings. Now it includes, for example, show option signals labels, which is what you want to use when trading options, or I mean, whatever works best for you. If you turn it off, these labels will have long short instead of close put. So let's just leave it at options, as if you do scalping, where especially scalping on lower time frames, options is one of the best choice for trading, especially things like SPY, which is the S&P 500 ETF, because you have minimum slippage, low commission, and it's doable. Unlike this setup, for example, 3-minute for Forex probably would not work because of the spread. For stocks probably as well because of the slippage. Crypto, depending on the commissions and slippage as well, if you will. But options work pretty well here. So this is just cosmetical. Make labels slightly transparent. It's these labels for signals, basically. Alert when EMA Cloud dotted line changes color. This is basically an alert when this is basically like an active line of the EMA Cloud. Once it changes color, like here, you can get alerted. Often that means there's a change of a trend. It doesn't necessarily mean that. As you can see here, it changed red and it changed back green, and then it did change again. But this was a custom request to make it available, so it's available. And just a heads up, all the alerts you select here, like there's gonna be a few more alerts which you can turn on. You turn them on here, and once you turn them on, for example, let's do this one. As hopefully I can show some progressive strategy examples to live, because we're right now in trading session. It's 9:43 Central Time, so this is it's Friday, and this is US market SPY. So let me just turn this alert on, and actually let's do these as well. Trading engine. So we're gonna have two strategies turned on. They both have alerts. So once you select your alerts, under condition you select the indicator. In here it's important, select any alert function call. Expiration, it depends. I believe you need to have pro subscription to be able to do open-ended. Message, I don't know, something short, but it doesn't really matter what you put here. And notifications, just whatever, how you want to be notified and where. And message, yeah, we did this. So create, so if something, we get notified. So that's how you create alerts. Now there's a new feature added, the RSI MFI trend detector, which you can configure with strength. This is that green bar on top. It is what it is. It's a trend detector, and as you can see, it doesn't right away, like if price just goes down, doesn't wait, say okay, there, that's it, it's bearish. It needs some sort of like a confirmation, like in here, when actually it's a small trend, but it's a trend. So I mean, it happens like this, you know, it may mistaken, but as an additional confirmation of a trend, because you have the main trend is shown by the EMA Cloud. If the solid line is below, that dotted line is above, it's glowing green, and with this confirmation, it's pretty good setup for long trades. In addition to that, also, if the EMA Cloud has a body, like if it's not thin like this, when it's very, very thin, like here, for example, this is not a good example. Probably this is, see, when it's thin and like when the bars engulf the whole EMA Cloud, it's not the best. I mean, in here, those are good signals. You can see they're all profitable, but as you can see, it's going back and forth, and when it happens, when the candle bar engulfs the whole EMA Cloud, or EMA Cloud becomes thin, that means there's uncertainty, and it's best not to trade. The best thing you want to see is something like this, where it's smooth and it has some body inside. So that's probably the best approach, or like the best setup, and it's confirmed by the top trend. It's best setting to take a look at, you know, if it's bullish or not. And there is a strength. If you make this bigger number, it's gonna be less, like it's gonna be less sensitive, so it's probably not good like for 3 minutes what I just chose the setting. But if you do bigger time frames, you might want to play around with it, just, you know, see what works best. So by default it's 3, so we're just gonna set it to 3. Bar colors reflecting very short-term market sentiment. Those are, as you can see, some of the bar colors changed. The bright green often mean there's gonna be a big move, and I mean, after the move, it's like, see, you gotta pay attention. Like, here's a bright, here's a bright, here's a bright. There's a move. Now the move already happened, so don't expect another move. And it's not like after a bright green candle bar it's gonna be guaranteed move, but usually, often it does. Like you can see, there's this maroon, which is for bearish, and there was a move afterwards. Same. Okay, this is outside of market hours, so this is not the good area to check. Like, this is probably better. As you can see, like this maroon candle, it has a bullish structure. It's an upside hammer, or whatever you want to call it. So it did not work here. But in here, where it's a full-bodied, it's a bearish, healthy, if you will, bar, there is some move. So, I mean, this does not guarantee, but often when these bright green or maroon bars occur, there's often another, right away there's a move. So, but yeah, once again, but you gotta make sure it's not, you gotta show it's structured correctly. Like this is contradicting candlestick bar, because it's bullish in its structure, yet it's bearish in its how it opened and how it closed. So yeah, I don't know, the strategies included with this indicator does not include that bar color, but it shows some interesting results, so feel free to play around with it. Now further down, this is just the cosmetics, how bearish color, bullish color of the EMA Cloud, the inside color. If you don't like the gradient effect, you can turn it off. And just like the trend detector, I actually like it. Let's turn it back on. Just like the trend detector, the cloud strength, the EMA Cloud, this is basically trend strength. I'll fix that. Which by default is 4. It's the same as this. The bigger it is, let's put it to like 10. You'll see then the smoother the cloud will be, but this really, it depends on if you want more signals but bigger risk. Make it less strength or less or more sensible. So yeah, by default it was always what was it? It was 4. So by default it's 4. That's how it always was. So feel free to play around with it. If you want more smoother trend, maybe less signals but more high quality signals, maybe increase it by a couple numbers. Just give it a try. Next is high high low low. That's highest high, lowest low, HHLL. Oh, there it is. We have a signal. Let's open up trade. As you can see, what we do here, once the price okay, since we had a alert, I'm gonna go through this real quick. The idea here is for price, let's get ready to close just in case. So here's an idea. This is the progressive strategy. We kind of barge into it since we got an alert. The idea here is once the price enters the cloud, you get this prep. It's a prep call. This is not yet to immediately enter the trade. And I had some comments that this looks contradictory. The price is going down and you get calls. Is that wrong? Yes, it may look contradictory at first. However, the idea is to get the optimal trade entrance and basically follow the trend, and at rebounces you enter the trade. This is the best way to get the best odds, where you have smallest possible stop loss, biggest possible take profit. So this is why it looks contradictory, and also you have to wait for the price to exit. Once it exits, that means there is a momentum for continuation of the trend. It's not guaranteed, but it happens often, and you want to close it at, I don't know, 10, 15, 20%, or once it hits high high low or highest high lowest low, which you can use as you can see, like the same thing it just did here. It bounced, it hit the high high low, highest high, it came back to the cloud, it bounced, and with a healthy trend it can do this maybe if not all day, but for the majority of the day. And yes, of course it can go beyond. This solid line is a stop loss for this strategy. It can go and stop out, but so like in trading there are stop losses. It's inevitable. So let me continue with HHLL. It's those lines which can be used for take profit. For conservative approach, it can also be used for stop loss. I would not suggest probably use it for stop loss for this strategy. It's probably best to use the solid line. It's dynamic and it usually works very well, as this is basically one of the last defense of the current trend, if you will. Okay, next is active trading session configuration. This is mainly day trading indicator, and if you set up your alerts, you don't want to get alerted after market, before market, and just for the cleaner chart, you can just select your trading session, like London or whatever you are. Just select, or just turn it off completely, or set it custom. Just set your time, and it should use local trading view, local time. However, people told me sometimes it uses broker time zone. But pay attention visually, especially visually, and you can see that the highlight active trading hours. It's this blue. You can change it so you can exactly see where it's active. Like this is pre-market. Yeah, this is all pre-market. This is post-market. So this is for convenience, and just, everything has to be organized in trading. Also, it includes, as you can see, it has conservative in front of it, because this is specifically for conservative approach. Is complete trading engine. It's gonna show signals to open the trade. It's gonna show take profit or stop loss to close the trade. The same way, if this is turned on, it's gonna show you and alert you to close your trade right before the market closes. Actually, to do that, like if you trade stocks, make sure you turn this on, as this will alert you 1 bar before last. Basically, if the market closes at 3, it's gonna alert you, and you're like on 3-minute time frame, it's gonna alert you at 2:57, because as you know, ETFs, you can close out, at least for options, I know for certain, 15 minutes after market closes, you can close them out. For stocks, you cannot do that. So otherwise, you're getting stuck with the trade overnight. And if it's 0-day options, you just lost it, or you are getting exercised. So pay attention to this. This is just custom trading date range. Trading view is very scarce on the resources, and these labels, they will not show if you go very far back, especially in smaller time frames. So there's a lot of labels. So if you want to see specific time range, like a long time ago, just just create this date range here, and that way it will only show those signals in that date range. Now go over strategies. So the very first one, OTE. OTE basically means optimal trade entrance. EMA Scalping progressive strategy. This is basically what we just entered the trade on, and it seems like it's still going in our, after some retracels, some close calls, it seems like it's going good. So hopefully it hits either, I don't know, let's go for 15% or our highest high. So as you can see, I turned on alerts. I created an alert, and I got alerted for when we entered the trade, and there's another one. Now you see this arrow. We're gonna get so this is basically the this is it for progressive strategy. You get these labels which say prep when the price enters EMA Cloud, and when the price exits, you enter the trade. You got to be prepared, because things happen quickly, especially on 3-minute time frame. You have to be prepared, because price sometimes bounces rapidly, and you don't want to be catching the train and enter like somewhere halfway to your target, because you're by doing that, you're increasing your stop loss, so potential stop loss. Otherwise, this is it basically for the first strategy. It's as simple as that. Now, second strategy included here, it's more of a EMA day trading, as it's more conservative, and you can see it building up. And here it probably will. We're gonna have another signal right now. This conservative strategy needs a bar, a good bar, bouncing off that EMA Cloud the same way. So progressive, you don't wait for the bar to close, you just wait for that movement, for that momentum, for that bounce. In here, you wait for the bar to close, and you will get an alert specific and you get a specific alert for the trade. And right now, if it doesn't mess up at the end of the bar, we should get an alert for long conservative. There it is, conservative. And you can see it just says calls, because this basically means a trade. Now for conservative, as we get into conservative strategy, you can see it shows the target for take profit and for stop loss. As you can see, the stop loss is the crosses, the target, the take profit target is circles. Just make sure trading engine is on, as that's basically a trading engine. It needs to show, it shows everything and it alerts everything. So let's continue going through conservative. So there is a skip. This is basically signal analysis. Skip, opposite candle, bar formation. This is basically, if this green bar would be like the structure would be like a falling star, then okay, I think we're at 15%. It would be safe to let's close it. So that was a good scalp, 15%. Now this would be, can also be a trade. It would probably be best to at least close half, and then just see if it travels further. And then if it doesn't, just close the remaining at entrance. So, but I just wanted to show you a quick example of how the trades work here. Let's continue with signal analysis. This part is bar analysis. Like if the opposite candle bar formation signals, if this green bar would be like it would be green, but it would be like a falling star or a hammer, like this one. If it would be like this, right now there would still be signal. With this turned on, where is it? With this turned on, it would skip that signal. It would not alert you, would not show on the chart. Similar to doji. As you know, doji is like this is doji. So which often is considered uncertainty, because the price for a bar, it opened in the middle and it closed in the middle. The sellers and buyers don't know, like nobody's strong enough to actually close the bar on the upper side or on the lower side. So if you want to skip those, you check the setting. Next one is a conservative. It's for conservative, but you can use this for just visually. You can use it for progressive as well. This basically will skip if a signal, like when the bar engulfs the whole EMA cloud. That means that either the bar is too big for some weird reason, could be economical, could be some crazy news, and often with such moves becomes uncertainty. It could immediately reverse, it could just jump, or just it could take off like crazy, or the EMA cloud is uncertain. It's so thin that the bars are engulfing it. They literally cover up the whole EMA cloud, so it's best not to trade during those periods. And this setting, it's by default, it's on. I strongly suggest to always use it. As you can see, our trade would go further, so yes, it was probably better to just close half, but it's hard to trade at the same time explain the indicator. So it was still a good scalp. 15% is amazing. So yeah, let's continue. These two settings, same thing. This is signal analysis. For conservative signals, this is Elliott wave oscillator. When it's bullish, the trades will show an alert. If it doesn't match the direction of the signal, there will be no signal. Same for ATR, and ATR you will actually see on the chart. It will appear. You can see that now ATR. It can be used as additional trend. detector, sort of. I don't know, I like this one more, the RSI MFI one on the top, but I mean, I don't know if you want to use both of them. I mean, you don't want it to be too dirty here. You know, you like as clean as possible, and you can actually hide everything. Like if you don't want HHLL, you can just hide those lines as well. You can, so, but just, yeah, keep it clean, you know. And here you can configure ATR. So yeah, let's put back on HHLL. And yeah, always, while I see it going where it's going, it is often tempting to just close everything. That's it, I'm on profit. It's something that may ruin your whole trading career because you gotta be patient. In here, it would be best to take half at 15%, leave another half until it hits this line, or it comes back and you close it. If the remaining half, or I don't know, 1/3 of the position of the trade starts becoming negative, you just close it out. But by missing out on these very profitable trades, you will, I don't know, you can be profitable, but it's just going to be very tiny percentage. So it's best, you need to let it ride it out. It's hard, but you have to do it. And for conservative approach, we're still in the trade. There is no take profit yet. So if you have this problem holding the trades, so with a conservative approach, you don't have to do it yourself. The trading engine machine does it for you. Until you get the take profit alert, don't touch it. That's it. Or stop loss alert. Don't touch it. So let it do its thing. There's more to that. So take profit system. It could be static. As you can see, it's HHLL static. It's set here and it remains there. There's dynamic also. As you can see, that H is becoming lower, and sometimes it makes a lot of sense because that means there may be no more reaching that price, but it should come close to this extremum point or resistance. So if you want to be more dynamic, you can set it to the HHLL dynamic. Make sure, very important, if you change this setting, where is it? If you change this setting or any setting in the indicator, and you have alert set up, you need to delete the alert and recreate it, because the alert you already created, it runs on older settings. Yeah, so, and the third one is manual distance. This was specifically custom it was asked, one of the traders specifically, it's set up for SPY, for S&P ETF, and this it's going to be specific take profit distance no matter what, and this is like a coefficient, or if you will, which you can increase it, and it's going to be always the same. So, and yeah, if it's 0.8, it should be like here somewhere. Yeah, but I don't know, I really like the dynamic one, to be honest, but yeah, feel free to explore. Now this setting, touch close, touch close, let me show an actual example what that means. So as you can see, in here the take profit is set to here, and well, it's probably not the best example. This one is better. Here you go. You see the price touched the take profit line right here. It actually shows you where it did. If you hover over, it will show you exactly where the take profit was. This is exactly where you will receive an alert. I don't know if touch is the best naming convention, but it basically touches your profit line, and you immediately get alerted and you close the trade. Now, there's a big debate if it's better or not, but it is what it is. I have both settings. You can set it to close, That way the bar has to close on top of that take profit line, as you can see here. As you can see now, it's I mean the thing is, your profit now is bigger because the bar is further ahead. However, it took more time. Also, sometimes it touches the profit and then reverses and just goes the other way, you know. So it's really up to you to decide. And as you know, as far as results, it's similar. Like statistically, it's similar. So it's really up to you. Okay, another one for conservative is stop loss system. It's either dynamic, as you can see, it's EMA Cloud Dynamic. You can see it just traces the EMA Cloud. It's probably the best selection. You can set it to HHLL static, and then it's gonna be always the same. It's gonna be when the trade opens, where the HHLL line is. This is one that's gonna be set to. It's gonna remain there. This is again a preference. I like it dynamic more, especially with this EMA Cloud. It does a great job following the trend. So, but I mean, it's a preference. Some people like it static. It's set and that's it. So let's switch it back now. Okay, let me turn these. Oh, the conservative signals arrows unconditionally. It's these arrows. You can hide them. They show on every conservative potential trade, regardless if the trade is open or not. Like the labels appear for conservative approach. Labels appear only if the trading engine is on. This one. And if trade is open, there will be no another label until the trade is closed with take profit or stop loss. These arrows will appear no matter what. So you can hide them, you can show them. As you can see, the conservative trade finished very well. And once again, it's great to divide with such healthy trend, confirmed on both sides, or by several things. You could take half here, then give it another run. This would be at least like, I don't know, 30%, 50% for zero DTE options. So just yeah. And last but not least, the OTE optimal trade entrance line, and I'll show crossing labels as well. Now this was the original feature of this indicator, where a line is basically dividing up a previous bar in half, and this is where you would enter. Doesn't matter where, but mainly that you enter at half of the bar. For example, if you want to scalp here up, you would enter here and go up, and as you can see, if you would enter here, there it is. It's almost there. So basically, this is like a small, tiny scalp. I mean, this is 3 minutes. There you go. That would be a quick, super quick trade. And the OTE has a different style. There's mid style. There's 1/3 style. This would work for both, because what should change? It actually like these two OTE lines, they're 1/3, give you even better odds. So if you would enter here long, you would have a great scalp as well. Since this is a bullish trend, this is a bullish bar, even though it's bearish, but it's bullish structure. And if you enter at the OTE line, you can use the stop loss as this candle low. You would have your profit is 3 times more than your stop loss, so it gives you better odds. And this moves with every bar. However, you can switch on a historical lines. Same way you can switch alerts. But for these particular strategy, it's best to just, you gotta watch it and trade right there. You can't rely on alerts unless you do this on like 1 hour time frame. For example, let's see. For example, now this example would work well with 1/2 style. This is where you could use alerts, because as you can see, it barely just crossed. Like, this is the very first bar. It's very healthy, green, big. Everything is green, but you want a better odds. You would use stop loss, for example. You want to use stop loss this bar. You wait for a retrace. Once again, this is optimal trade entrance. You wait for a retracel. You get this alert. The price would be somewhere here. You enter, and you can quickly, not quickly, but this is that would be 30 minutes, 40 minutes. That would be a very nice scalp or day trade. This is 0.55, or if you wait here, it's 0.75 SPY. This would be I don't know, 30%, 50% trade right there. It would not work out with 1/3, however, because it never made it here. But with 1/3 style, let me see if there's a good example. The thing is, often, like this, for example, this is a good example. With this bar, for example, you just want to trade the bar. You don't care about the trend. You see, this is a bearish bar, and it's structured bearish as well. So, okay, you say, I want to scalp that bar, but I want to enter somewhere here. I want to have a good odds. And it seems to me this bar, it went here, the price went up to this point, up to our OTE, as you see the label here. And you would have an alert, and for 1 hour time frame, you would have time to open a trade. You would go short here. Once again, it looks kind of contradictory, because the price is going up, but you're going down. But this is the best way to enter trades in trading. It may look contradictory, but you need the bigger picture with the trend, while entering the trade usually looks that it doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you go short when it goes up? But this is the approach. This is the best odds you can get yourself with the trade. So if you would enter here, it clearly makes it down to here, and there would be a nice scalp as well. So 3 minutes is probably too small. This approach would probably be best on 5 minutes. So yeah, but hopefully it shows what this approach is capable of. You need to play around with it and see how it works out. You need some, but it's easy to practice. Just put on 3-5 minute approach and just practice it out. And if you want a cleaner chart, just turn off the historical ones and just practice. Now, so that should be it. One more thing, these strategies, if you go to our website tso.trade, go to this indicator, these strategies are described here with an actual example. If you click on these expand, it show a very clear example of how it works. This is EMA scalping. This is a conservative approach. This is the easiest ones, as it has a trading engine. And this is what I just went over. It shows exactly what happens, the movement, how you capture that movement, and how you utilize. This is mid OTE, and this is 1/3 OTE. And if something is unclear, don't hesitate to ask. It's the best way is to use our contact form on our website. You can contact me through TradingView as well, but probably would be best through our contact form, so we can establish communication through email. I can show screenshots. You can show screenshots if something is unclear. So hopefully that was very helpful. Thank you for watching, and safe trading.